Defenses in today's NFL are built to disguise, to make quarterbacks second guess what they're seeing right up until the snap. So in a game full of confusion, how do offenses fight back? They create confusion of their own. And one of the best tools to do that is motion. When you see a player sprinting across the field before the snap, that's not just for style points, that's calculated. That's a way to gather information, manipulate leverage, and force the defense to declare what they're doing, all before the ball is even snapped. And here's the thing, motion isn't new. Teams have been doing this for decades, but what's changed is how frequently it's used and how strategically it's layered onto modern play design. Offenses are no longer just shifting one guy around to look clever, it's weaponizing it. Let's start with the quick foundation. There are two main ways offenses can move before the snap: motion and shift. A shift is when multiple players change their alignment, like moving from one formation into another. Everyone has to reset for at least a full second before the snap. Motion, on the other hand, is when one eligible receiver is moving laterally or backward at the moment the ball is snapped. That's the one that catches your eye. The guy sprinting across the formation right before the play starts, and the reason coaches love motion is simple. It reveals things. When a player goes in motion and a defender follows him across the field, you're probably looking at man coverage. If nobody follows and the defense just slides over, that's zone. For a quarterback, that's gold. You've just turned an invisible coverage into a visible one. Before we go any further, I can tell you're into learning why teams do what they do, not just watching it happen. You'll want to check out the football strategy playlist on my channel. It's packed with videos just like this that break down the X's and O's behind the game. And while you're there, hit that subscribe button. It helps me keep making more videos like this every week. Let's talk about what happens when the defense is in man. Imagine an offense lined up in a tight bunch formation. The receiver goes in motion across the formation and the corner mirrors him step for step. That's your tell, man coverage. Now the offense knows exactly how to attack. They can run quick slant flat concepts, use pick routes, or build momentum into the motion so that the receiver hits the route full speed while the defender is still adjusting. Motion doesn't just identify the defense, it puts the defender in a losing position before the play even starts. Some defenses will try to get around that with banjo or switch calls, basically handing off coverage responsibilities so they don't get picked. But that takes precision and communication, and when the offense moves late, it's hard to stay perfect. One misstep, one mistimed call, and suddenly someone's wide open in the flat. Now let's flip it. What if nobody follows? That tells the quarterback it's zone, and that means your motion player is running at full speed towards static defenders. Motion gives you a leverage advantage right away. If the defense doesn't widen fast enough, you can outflank them with a wheel, swing, or flat route. If they do widen, you've stretched the zone horizontally, opening space for something to attack behind it, like a dig or a seam route. The beauty of motion is that it's not just for identifying coverages anymore, it's for creating them. You're forcing defenders to move, react, and communicate. And the more they have to do that, the more likely they'll make a mistake. Now let's talk about the fun stuff, deception. Modern offenses have taken motion from being a simple tell into being a full-blown illusion. A receiver motions across the formation, the defense shifts to match, and then boom, the ball goes the other way. You see it constantly now. A player fakes a jet sweep while the quarterback pivots and throws back across the field, or hands it off to a back running counter in the opposite direction. That split second of misdirection is all it takes for linebackers to step the wrong way, for safeties to hesitate, and for blockers to win their angles. And that's the key. Motion manipulates eyes. It doesn't matter how fast or disciplined your defense is. If they're looking in the wrong place for a half a second, they're already behind. Be sure to motion that mouse toward the like button and smash it. The smartest offensive coordinators layer motion on top of concepts they've already shown before. You might see a wide receiver sprinting in motion before the snap to set up what looks like a screen, something that defenses have seen dozens of times, except this time it's a fake. The quarterback pump fakes the screen, turns and fires a slant or post behind the flowing defense. It's the same pre-snap look, but now the defense doesn't know which version is coming. That's how motion creates hesitation, and hesitation kills. So far, we've talked about motion through the lens of passing, but if anything, it's even more deadly in the run game. Motion in the run game creates two main advantages: distraction and momentum. The distraction is obvious. A defender sees a motion and starts adjusting, and if the offense runs the ball the other way, that defender just took himself out of the play. It's like a magician waving one hand while hiding the trick in the other. The momentum advantage is more subtle, but just as powerful. A player moving at full speed toward the line of scrimmage before the snap hits the edge faster than any static defender can react. That's why you see so many teams use jet sweeps, orbit motions, or toss plays built off of the same movement. If the motion man doesn't touch the ball, the defense has to respect him. and the hesitation opens up lanes for the run game. And when defenses finally start overcompensating, the offense flips it again. Fake the jet sweep, run the counter the other way, or hit a quick play action pass behind the linebackers who just bit. Motion doesn't just look cool, it's tied directly to offensive efficiency. Teams that use it consistently tend to score more, move the ball more efficiently, and create cleaner reads for their quarterbacks. That's because motion simplifies things for the offense while complicating things for the defense. It gives your quarterback information, gives your receivers leverage, and gives your coordinator flexibility to disguise tendencies. Defenses can try to prepare for it. They'll make push calls, shift coverages, or even disguise their response. But it's hard to stay one step ahead when the picture keeps changing every single snap. And that's really what makes motion so powerful. It's not about trick plays, it's about forcing defenses to think instead of react. As the league keeps evolving, motion isn't going anywhere. In fact, we're just scratching the surface. Teams are finding new ways to use it every year, blending old school deception with modern spacing principles and pre-snap manipulation. At its core, motion is about control. The offense controls the timing, the leverage, and the flow of the defense, and the more they control, the more they dictate the game. It's one of those concepts that once you understand it, completely changes how you watch football. You stop watching where the ball goes and start watching why it goes there. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.